How's it going, everyone? Rolling Cajun here. I wanted to give you an update on my Shadow Knight. First of all, let's talk about my gear score. I'm up to 41,000. I actually could be a little bit higher, I believe, but I may fix that after this video. I got really lucky and got a sparkling diamond, I believe is the name of it. It was a Mountain of Light, or a level 40 or something like that. And I figured I didn't really need that right now, so I dismantled it, and they gave me 64 sparkling shards. And I ended up buying a lot of level 40 diamonds with it, which actually helped my character out a lot. I got a 30 right here, but I got a bunch of 40s that I bought. What I may do is I might break some of these down and fill all these spots where these blue gems are with the 30 diamonds, and do every slot 30 instead of some of these 40, and like I'm doing here. Because it would actually be better if I went full 30. So I may do that after this video, but I wanted to show that real quick, that I have a lot of level 40 diamonds. So that's one of the reasons why my gear score is so high. Also because I made these level 60 jewelry. Both of these are level 60 yet. And I also forged my first legend. Well, I didn't forge it. I bought it with leaves. I bought some leaves from a bunch of my alts, and was able to save up the gold because of the rush of the gold that everyone got from these boxes. The trade house has been empty on ore and flax and all that, so I've been selling it and making a ton of gold off of gathering right now. So I was able to get my first legend, and here's the Doom Knight Elstead if you wanted to see what it looks like. It's a really, really awesome set, especially when you get the fourth one, when Sin Sickle's damage goes up to 30%. That's going to be a big, big deal. But anyways, I got my first legend. I'm 42.5. The legend is really not even upgraded too much. It's only 256. I haven't put a bunch into it yet. But I wanted to show you the DPS. DPS is absolutely ridiculous. I also wanted to show you how the rotation goes. So first off, you want to apply both of your dots. You'll see down here my number 2 and number 3 are my 2 dots. So I'm going to apply both of my dots. And because they take a little bit to start ticking, you don't want to throw your burial down first. Otherwise, you waste a few seconds of your burial ground while you're trying to apply your dots, and they're not doing any damage just yet. So the first thing you do is you apply both of your dots, and then you drop burial ground down, and then you use Sin Sickle. And you'll see that your dots will turn from green to purple. And the object is to try to keep your dots purple, and you want to keep refreshing your dots with Sin Sickle. Every time you use Sin Sickle, it's going to refresh your dots 3 or 4 seconds or so, depending on how long you let it go down, the duration, before you reset it again. And also, you want to try to fit in Spiritual Attack between all this rotation to get the speed boost. If you go here and you look at your path, top right corner here, using Spiritual Attack or Soul Reap increases the user's attack speed by 10% for 7.4 seconds. So every 7 to 8 seconds, you want to use your Spiritual Attack to get the 10% speed bonus. So you put your 2 dots down, and you apply your 2 dots, then you drop Burial, use Sin Sickle, and then after that I always apply my speed boost, and then I go from auto attack to Sin Sickle, auto attack to Sin Sickle, and I just keep alternating between them until Burial Ground comes back up, and I use it, and then when Spiritual Attack is back up, I use it. And I just alternate between auto attack and Sin Sickle, and the Sin Sickle is going to refresh it, and then your auto attack will help give you a little bit of time to allow your energy to build back up so that you can use Sin Sickle again. Because if you can't just spam Sin Sickle because you run out of energy, so you put a little auto attack in between there, and you'll get some extra DPS, and then you refresh your dot again with the Sin Sickle. But let me show you how it goes and what kind of crazy DPS it has. So I put both of my dots, I drop Burial Ground, I use Sin Sickle, then I'm going to do 1 auto attack, and now I'm going to do auto attack Sin Sickle. Auto attack Sin Sickle after I did Spiritual Attack. I should have probably said that. And now Burial Ground's back up. I'll just keep alternating between Sin Sickle and auto attack until Burial Ground is back up. And then whenever Spiritual Attack is back up. You want to try to keep your speed boost up all the time too. Burial Ground back down. And then look at me, almost 30k. 29.5k DPS. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. I'll see you guys at the next boss, and we'll see if we can get the 30k down again. Let's see. I'm working on this rotation myself. I haven't perfected it yet. I'm still trying to get used to the keybinds that I have on my mouse, and then I didn't have enough mouse buttons to do spiritual attack, so I had to put spiritual attack on E since I used WASD to move around. So I use E, which is right there by my fingers where it's really easy to hit, so I can use my buff off of my E key. But anyways, I'll see you guys at the boss. I don't want to take this. Okay, so what happened here is right after we finished the ads on the last boss, the healer put down sigil, and the sigil automatically attacked the boss while I was off the screen for a minute. I was trying to get a name off of the comments on my last video. I want to give a shout out to Meldy1983 for helping me out with the rotation and all this. And while I was trying to do that, the boss fight started, and I wasn't able to get a good video on that, on the DPS. And also, I'm back here on the first boss, and I wanted to show you guys the DPS twice to make sure it's not just a coincidence that I got 30 DPS on the last one. So we're about to get started, and we're going to do it again. So here we go. Apply the dots, burial ground, send sickle, speed buff, auto attack, sickle, and then auto attack, sickle, and just keep going between them until spiritual attacks back up, and then burial ground will be back up. There we go, and there we are at 30, almost 30k. See if we can get it. Back and forth. Yes! 30.4 again. All day long. Alright, so let me see if I can do this again on the second boss. Okay, so here we are at the first boss, and I figure out what happened. The healer puts their little the little thing down on the ground, and it auto attacks the boss and starts the fight. So if she heals the party at the last second, it throws a little ball at the boss, and that's what was causing the problem. And it just happened again. But let's see how I do on the DPS on this round. I'm going between auto attack and send sickle. Try to make sure that you let your auto attack finish attacking. It's got actually 4 attacks. It does 3 hits with the left arm, and then it comes around and hits with the right arm. So try to get that off before you use the next skill. Oh, and I let my dots go off. Stupid. Try to get them back up again. Get the speed boost going. I'm still trying to get good at this, so it takes a little bit to get used to, especially with the keybinds. And of course, I didn't do very good DPS on that one. But you can kind of see how it goes, and if I hadn't let my dots fall off there, I would have more than likely gotten 30, or maybe not. The boss fight kind of started prematurely again because of the stupid heal, sigil shoots the little balls out, and it hits enemies, and it was down and aggroed the boss. So and that's exactly what happened on the last one, I'm sure. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and share the video. Let everyone know about it. I hope you get something useful out of this. Also, if you find a better rotation than what I'm using, please share it in the comments. I love to hear your what you guys have come up with. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later.